And dude, the guy with the emo hair.
Yeah,
James.
James, right. James Diamond.
James Diamond. They ask him, they're like, he's with like his group of 4. They're at the grocery store. Remember when
They all worked at the store or whatever.
Well, not all of them, just the one guy. But he's like, I can sing too, and he's like, oh yeah, and he like does his like pop voice right there. Oh, dude, that had me dying.
That made you laugh.
That's
how you know you were high. But I mean, it's a great show.
It's a great show. And then when they get back, and it's the grandma. It's the African American grandma, and they're all.
Oh, and what happened?
They fight the cops or whatever, and they have to go home. They're all arrested, and she shows up, and she's like, "We really stuck it to those guys."
God, Big Time Rush was such a good show. I try and model my life a lot after Gustavo Rock. I feel like he's just the kind of leader that this world needs more of.
Yeah, we need more of it, and
definitely one of the biggest fashion icons I can think of too.
We got to make it big time.
Amen, dude. Welcome to Learn a Little Something with Ronny and Chad. I'm Ronny.
I'm Chad.
And this is just the show where we talk about anything or do on-air production meetings that people probably would rather not listen to.
Yeah, I'm sure no one is listening to it.
Chaz had 2 tall boy beers and 2 truly popsicles, and he looks as if he's been ran over by a fucking truck.
No, don't tell the fans.
He's straddling his laptop with his legs up. His stinky toes are in my face, okay? His eyes are 75% of the way closed, okay?
Oh, wow. Did you just make an Asian joke?
Here's something... No, I did not. Here's something that definitely happened when I wasn't looking. He hit his weed pen. For sure.
What? No.
That happened for sure.
I did not go upstairs and hit my weed pen while I was getting you a water. There's just no way that happened.
I don't know why he went like he was hiding that from me. He could have offered me some.
Oh, I don't trust you, dude. Okay? I just feel like you're a guy that'll tell on me. My mom's here.
But no, we're just talking. We're going to answer some questions because our last... Did you fart now?
Yeah. That one's rough.
Whew. Okay. Well, I need to wake you up. Will you pull
I'm
up
awake.
Will you fucking pull
I'm
up
awake as fuck, dude.
Look at me. Pull up our email, okay?
It's up right now.
We had a guy. Here's what... Okay, perfect. What this guy kind of did... I want you to read the email. I'm going to give my opinions. He's very friendly, but he was trying to slam me backhandedly.
No.
No. This guy... Listen, I'm onto this guy, all right?
Okay, how do you say his name, first off?
Well, scroll to the bottom. I'm pretty sure his name's just Chris.
Well, he says Chris Senpai, and he spells it... Okay, this is what irritates me a little bit. He spells it Senpai, okay? It's supposed to be Senpai. We all know this. We're all cultured enough in our Japanese lingo. He says Senpai. I don't know if he's trolling us or not, but...
Well, Chris, you're lucky that he hasn't started reading the email yet, because I'm actually going to defend you. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that by the end of the email, Chris.
And how do you say his last name? Because we're going to call him out right here.
Chaz is not perfect. Hey, why are you making it seem like his name is some Eastern Arabic princess name? His name's fucking Chris.
I know, but I just wanted to call it...
Okay, but why did... If you know that, why have you asked me what his name is 4 times already?
His last name, Ronny.
We don't need to say his last name.
Oh, we don't need to call him out? We don't need for people to search him up on the Twitter?
Just because you're Chaz Chart and I'm Ronny Coleman does not mean we have to expose this. We want more people to send in feedback.
All right.
Even if this guy's teetering and tottering on my feelings.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not going to call out Chris.
Read the email and I will interject as I see fit, and I want you to share your opinion.
What's up, guys? ? So, I've listened to 80 of your podcasts, in parentheses, don't judge me.
Well, there's more. If I'm going to judge you, listen to them all.
And I think that entitles me to ask a question. I'm a fan. I'm a supporter. I'm a loyal listener, so I've noticed there are a few reoccurring themes on the show.
Well, I actually kind of felt mean about 80 episodes is amazing. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your support.
One of these themes involves sweet, precious Ronny.
And that's kind of cute. I like that he called me sweet and precious because that's all I really am, you know?
It comes up a few times that Ronny doesn't drink alcohol. doesn't do drugs, and scolds Chadley for drinking caffeine and inhaling nicotine. Well, yeah, it does come up a couple times.
First of all, I hate this voice you're doing. Don't use that
What
voice. This makes it sound like you stuck one of those popsicles up your asshole. I don't like it how you're doing that. And now you're stuck on the table. That was just hilarious. Okay. While it sounds like I scold you, let's touch on this first. I scold you about what? Caffeine and nicotine?
Yeah. Inhaling
If
nicotine.
you did caffeine like a normal person, it wouldn't be an issue.
What do you mean did caffeine like a normal? What do you mean? What do I do? Snort my caffeine? I don't ingest it via orally like other people?
It's the idea of your caffeine being like, oh wait, I haven't had caffeine all day. I'm getting ready to see Ronnie. I better go out of my way to make sure I get some caffeine.
No, I don't get caffeine to see you.
yeah, you do. Start paying attention because for some reason, as soon as I show up, you're like, well, you either have some or you're like, yeah, I just had some 15 minutes ago. Even if it's 5:30 p.m. It's not like you just drink it every morning.
No, I always have caffeine in the morning and the afternoon. That's just my role.
And the nicotine thing, it's more like you go on these vape excursions.
It's an excursion.
And it's
thank
like,
you for saying that.
And it's like, just make up your either be addicted to nicotine or don't. Quit, like.
Isn't that crazy how long I haven't inhaled nicotine?
Quit being so fake, I guess, is my problem.
Well, answer
there.
this. Isn't that crazy how long I haven't had
It
nicotine?
hasn't been that long.
Yes, it has.
No, it hasn't.
It has been so long.
It has definitely been less than 3 months.
But that's long.
But that's the point with you. For you, that's not long.
That's long.
That would be long if you were someone who smoked and imported nicotine into your veins every week, every day. But you don't.
It's not been 3 months, by the way. It's been a month.
So yeah, I mean,
that's still long.
No, it's
that is long because
so now any month is just long. What are you?
30 days is long for me.
No, it's not.
That's like you going 30 days without eating chocolate.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Without eating chocolate.
What are you? Okay. First of all, making me so mad. What are you doing right now?
I'm dead ass, bro.
You're acting like you're someone who vapes every single day.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the problem. Here's the deal. I do vape multiple times a week because I always hang out with people that have vapes. And if it's there...
First of all, quit acting like you hang out with so many people.
A lot of people's, dude.
Oh my God. Okay, here we go.
Here's the thing, though. I do. And I went through phases where I was doing it every day. As soon as I got home from work, I was like, oh my God, where is that hit stick at?
You go on those excursions.
It's not an excursion when you do it every day, of the week.
All right, so you're the one that labeled an excursion, and now you're just making it to this full-blown...
An excursion is the weekends. I would buy it.
How many times have you gone where you were hitting it every day for a month?
Oof, let me think about that one. Every day for a month. Doesn't count, dude.
Yes, it does.
No.
Okay, hey Chris, see what I mean here? It's not that he's.
You know what it is. I purposely don't get severely addicted. Well, I do get addicted because I hit it.
It's not that he does the nicotine. It's that he doesn't pick which one he wants to do.
It's just like the caffeine situation here.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Listen.
No, it's not.
Well, you're not listening.
You drink caffeine every. Okay, all right.
I went a whole entire.
Hope a bird didn't fly through here because I'm gonna punch it.
I went a whole entire month, the other month, without drinking caffeine, and you know that. You know that.
How long ago did you say that was?
That's probably 7 months from now, or something.
You planted it for the future?
That's 7 months backwards from now.
You know that from 7 months from now, I'm gonna do this.
No, I did. I went, and then I'll go multiple days without drinking it. It's because I try not to get severely addicted to things, but I do get addicted. That's the problem. And the whole nicotine thing, I try to stop it, but then I'll, like last 2 weekends ago.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Okay, do you want me to tell you a secret?
There's never a time where someone is like, hey, you want to hit this Nick, buddy? And you say, no, I'm trying not to. It's not a big deal for you.
Okay, I told
You have like you don't. Okay, you say you have an addictive personality. You don't.
Do I not?
No, you have like a. It's like a.
Exactly. That's my point. You don't know what it is because one day Chaz is is he addicted? Oh no, he's not. Oh my God, he's across the room. What is he doing?
Wait, what does your location in the room have to do with anything?
That's the thing. Oh, I'm about to hand him this nicotine vape. Oh my God, he's across the room. I can't hand it to him.
No, you do shit that most people would get. As much as you do stuff, people would get highly addicted to. You just don't have the attention span to be addicted to it, I think.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
And you have the willpower to be, like, there's plenty of times where you get one of those fresh Nick sticks, puff on it for a few days, and then you go, oh, I've been doing this too much, and you throw it away.
Yeah, it is weird. I don't know what it is because there's not a lot of people like me, if that makes sense. And I'm not I'm not saying I'm unique.
Everyone watch out.
I'm not saying
not a whole lot of guys like this guy.
That's what I tell every chick. There's not a lot of guys like me.
This guy's built different. Watch out, guys. None of guys like him.
I totally agree with you though when it comes to nicotine. But what I was trying to say though is me and my roommate said a whole 20 days ago that
great, they're making pacts together.
We made a pact. We made a secret pact.
What a lame
Curse
apartment
pact.
this is.
We said we're not going to buy another vape until September.
Oh wow.
Because
how heroic of you guys.
We went multiple weeks of buying vapes and fucking chowing down on them via inhaling.
This was a month ago when you were trying to tell me that it had been 3 months, even though you just admitted to chowing down, quote unquote chowing down.
I'm telling. Yeah, it was about a month ago. No. Yeah, about a month ago. I would say June the 25th of June. And then, so it's been a whole entire month, and I haven't vaped since, besides the 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, so we can keep going with this email.
What are we talking about?
My point stands. You did nothing to sway me from my point. Be addicted or don't.
No, I don't like that point because...
Make up your mind.
Don't be addicted, guys. Don't listen to Ronny.
I think that's the right way to go, but for you, it's like, oh, wow, 1 week I'm going to come in and everything's going to be dandy. The next week it smells strongly of cotton candy. It's like, my nose can't get settled in this place. It's crazy.
have replaced it with the THC. But anyways, I'm going to keep going. Those are all the legal and illegal substances people use. So here's my question.
That mean? Well, if that's the only ones that people use, I didn't like him saying that.
Yeah, he said those are all. Like, those are the only all.
Chris just decided that these are the ones. Hey, Chris, plenty of people use other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever heard of crack, Chris?
Ever heard of heroin? Ever heard of...
And he said legal, too. Ever heard of, what's it called? It's on the tip of my tongue.
In my case, ever heard of cookies?
Cookies. What is it starts with a K. It's
perfectly
in
legal.
Gas stations. You can get it in gas stations. Kraken. What is that drug called?
Ketamine?
Not ketamine. What is it called?
Drug.
Ever heard of crack? It's like a weed / whatever, dude. Ever heard of it? Yeah.
Bet you haven't, Chris.
So here's my question.
All right, let's lay it on me.
Why?
Well, okay, now this, I keep it real. We took a little shot at Chris. I respect him because what a broad, open question to allow me to say whatever I want to say. Let's break this down. Which one do you want to know about first, Chaz?
The legal.
The legal, so the caffeines and stuff?
Yeah.
Caffeine, I used to drink, when I worked at a gas station, which I've talked about on the podcast before, I was known to have, about a cup of coffee every day for a shift.
For how long?
I'll say like a year.
Dang, so you did it that long. I didn't realize you did it that long.
Yeah, probably about a year. And
so you would have like 1 cup of coffee every day?
Yeah, coffee is definitely one of those things where it'll mess up my stomach if I have more than one. There was a couple times I'd try and push it to 2, and I felt the effects. So yeah, and then really it's just the way my morning routine works. It's like I never got to the point where I'm like, oh, I gotta have that caffeine. So
Me neither.
I just go natural, baby. That's the caffeine.
Right. Now, what about the illegal substances?
Was caffeine the only legal one we were talking about?
And nicotine.
Oh, and the nicotine. Well, coming up through the cipher, the cigarettes was the primary source for nicotine. There was no way I was smoking one of those filthy ciggies.
Yeah, we're not doing that bullshit. And here, because vapes weren't really a thing for us until we were about 17, 18 years old, correct?
And and so at that point,
and if you're not doing it by 15,
I think I probably could have been swayed into the fruity nicotine world. It just never happened, and at this point, I just have the willpower to be like, I don't want to. Why would I care to do it?
You're too old now.
Yeah, it's like
you have nothing to look forward to.
If I couldn't do it in the high school bathroom, like, what's the point of starting now?
Yeah, I agree.
So that's kind of why.
What about the illegal substances?
All right, the illegal. So
wait, what are the illegal? What is he talking about illegal?
I don't know, because he was talking about drinking's legal. That's
drinking is legal.
And as far as the drinking one's pretty cut and dry too. I'm a man that only drinks water, milk, and occasionally hot chocolate.
And we've all known this. And if you don't know it, then listen to the podcast because we've said it multiple times.
Hey, which 80 episodes do you listen to, Chris?
Yeah. You must have listened to the 80 episodes of the...
So thankful you wrote in. Love you, buddy. Okay. I don't like carbonation. It's just one of those things. It's the way I'm built. All right. Don't like the
He's built different.
Don't like the bubbles in my mouth. Okay. Once it goes on from that, I just like the. Like
I hate the feeling of like when you're like not in control of your own body.
No, that I don't know. That isn't. That's
he's
not
never felt that because the only thing he's drank one shot of tequila, right?
No.
No?
I've had more than one shot of tequila.
You've been drunk?
I don't know if I've ever been drunk. I don't think I've ever been.
Okay. But you've felt it.
I've definitely felt it.
So you've been tipsy.
Yes. Felt a little warm inside.
Whoa. Did you get emotional?
No. I didn't get emotional.
Did you text anyone?
No, I did not pull a Chaz and Snapchat every single person in my contacts. Did not do that.
Okay.
Just felt okay.
Do you want me to tell you what this guy's guess is?
Oh yeah, you can tell the guess is funny, and I can see why people would say this is all fair. Tell them the guess.
So this is Chris that's talking, not me. I'm talking for Chris at the moment.
Right.
My guess is Ronnie's parents drilled it into his head as a kid that drugs are bad, and he took it to heart. So hard that even at 24, which he's 25 now, he doesn't even fuck with decaf and never took a single puff of a cig outside the bar.
Okay, and so now we got a couple things to cover. First of all, if I start getting hostile, Chris, part of it is your words. I'll say that. But part of it is also the way that Chaz is portraying you. I can't imagine you're thrilled with the way he's using your voice. I certainly wouldn't. Decaf, what is that?
Yeah.
He was making a point about caffeine, and he's like, oh, he won't even drink decaf? Well, that's not talking about anything that you were talking about before, Chris.
Chris, come on, Chris.
That's just a coffee thing. You weren't talking about coffee. You were talking about caffeine. All right?
Hey, and who the fuck drinks decaf? Come on.
As far as my parents go, first of all, they're lovely people, okay? Did they go so far when I was a child to take the controversial stance that drugs are bad? Yeah, I think I remember them doing that a couple times.
No drugs, Ronny. Dude, I do remember though. It was pretty crazy when I was a little kid. Mm-hmm. I would go over to your place.
Mom was like, "Do drugs if you want. They're not that bad."
I just remember going over to your place and like your parents, for some reason, you could only drink purified water. They said tap water was a drug.
All right. He's lying. You know Lars very well. You know my sweet mother as well. You've seen Lars drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's
his
not.
Brother.
It's not like there's some extremely
it's his brother.
religious
His name's
people
Travis,
that are
but
like,
we do call him Lars.
No, it's not. I'm not talking. I'm talking about my father, Lars.
Oh, your father's name is Lars?
Yes. You knew that.
I thought it was Sarl.
Sorrel? What? He's not from Lord of the Rings. What are you talking
Laurel's backwards. I didn't know we were doing his front name. Giving
But
away
yeah,
his
you've seen
name.
Travis drunk too.
I've seen Travis and Laurel's drunk.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it's not like there's some cookie cutter like.
But he's just bitch made.
Scared
I
of
think what he's
alcohol.
trying to say without saying it is he's bitch made.
Well, I like to think, and here's the other thing. Like I don't have a problem with people drinking.
I don't know.
The thing that I can't stand, and
You look bad about me whenever I do things.
I look bad about you. No, the only time I judge you is when you're slurping down Truly popsicles during a podcast.
Okay, and I will say that is a little homoerotic,
Yeah, and you did it.
which is nothing wrong with that.
What we
because-
often make fun of is people who drinking is their personality.
Yeah, we do make fun of that. And here's the thing.
There's too many people that do that.
And people may say, hey, Chad, why are you saying that? I feel like drinking is your personality. No, it's not.
No.
It's not. Okay?
And in high school, that's one thing. You know, people are partying. It's kind of a thing to do. When you when you actually become legal age, and every single thing I ever see about you is something about drink. Hey, be more interesting.
Yeah. 100% though.
Why when you drop your phone, did it sound like a cinder block hit the floor?
It hit the pole.
Okay.
But yeah, we have a couple friends. Well, I wouldn't even call them friends.
Can you kind of tell, without getting too specific, the scenario of the person we talked about this?
We have a scenario of a guy that on the weekends, and I would even say during the week, the only going out or any having fun he has is drinking at a brewery. Is that who you're talking about?
No, that's not exactly what I was talking about. I was talking about your friend who had problems with alcohol and then his wife.
Will you tell it? Because I kind of forgot.
All right, well, you have a buddy
Yeah.
who you grew up with. He became an alcoholic
Yes.
to the point where it got very dangerous, right?
Yeah.
And he had to, lean back on that, chill out. And, you know what I'm talking about now, so you can talk about his wife, some of the things that we've seen her say about it's not fair. Oh. Good God, this guy's...
Yeah.
alive.
That friend. Yeah. Well, I have a couple friends that are like that. That's why
You do,
it's-
but that's the one that
That's the most
That's the one that
extreme.
we've personally talked about. Oh, her personalities.
Yeah, and then she says it's not fair that he can't drink because he's getting cirrhosis of the liver because he drinks so much.
And then
And,
this
yeah,
guy's not supposed to drink, and yet her posts are still like,
Her posts are still like sip sip hooray.
"Oh,
Like,
that was those sip,
Yeah.
sip, hooray."
Okay, her post, they're getting married and her bachelorette party / a picture with him. It says sip sip hooray.
Yeah.
And he could die if he drinks alcohol. If that tells you anything about this woman.
So let's see who's sip hooray.
Yeah.
Then
And it won't be him. Spoiler. Anyways, let's get back to...
let's keep going with the email. I'm enjoying this. I think people are learning a lot about Ronnie.
And then he goes, totally fine in my opinion. In fact, it's a good thing.
Well, then sorry. Thanks, appreciate that.
However,
Yeah.
However,
Okay. This is where he kind of gets a little backhanded with me.
Shingashi. That's
yeah.
the Japanese,
All
however.
right, Chris, let's see what you have to say.
My advice, mix in the ability to drink a single glass of red wine every now and then. Chicks will judge you negatively for not drinking. It's an unfortunate but true event. And I agree with him on this. It is very unfortunate because chicks...
Oh, boy.
I'm not... What?
I'll tell you, I'm just along for the ride.
And I'm not
but
talking about girls or females. I'm
would-
talking about chicks.
I would say be careful, but I'm just along for the ride here.
There are some chicks, and I'm not saying all, so don't judge me here, guys. And don't judge all chicks. There are some chicks that will judge you for not drinking and, going out with people.
Oh, for sure.
And yeah, and it's disgusting that all chicks are like that.
Hey, you... All chicks are... You don't think I've been judged? You think this is a new game for me? But keep going. All right, I don't have
A
anything...
single glass of red wine is refined. Studies have proven that a single glass of red...
all right. Okay. Okay. We all... Oh, come on. I think even Chris knows this. I think when he reread it, he read that he put the word refined, and he went, eh. Don't say refined. Don't tell me anything's refined. Because really, what does it mean? Can you tell me what that means?
Yeah, it's been refined.
Yeah, tell me what it means.
I don't know. It's
Okay.
a great question.
All right.
I see that word and I think, you know what I think? Science.
When I see someone use the word, when this guy's talking about drinking a glass of red wine and refers to it as being refined, I go, you know what I say? Oh, well, this guy's typing this thing up with a glass of red wine in his hand.
Yeah. He's like, oh, refined just means that they squeezed it out of grapes. It's like, that's how all wine is made. I think. Could be wrong.
Keep going. But don't say refined. Refined.
Studies have proven that a single glass of
Okay,
red...
Chris isn't talking like that. Don't
Is Chris not talking?
at least make him like elegant now that he said refined. Kind of snooty, a little snooty.
Studies have proven that a single glass of red is good for your heart. In parentheses, look it up.
Oh, Chris, you know that made me mad. You know I didn't like you telling me to look it up because, hey, I live on Earth. I think it's a pretty well-known fact that people love... Anyone who drinks red wine loves to tell you how good a glass of red wine is for your health.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, everyone's heard that.
It's like weed smokers. Whenever they smoke weed, they have to tell you that it's like the cure for cancer.
Like doctors say, a glass of red wine can, with dinner. They always say with dinner. You ever notice that?
Oh,
they always
always.
say a glass of red wine with dinner will really open up your colossal veins to allow for toxins to be drowned out by the grape particles.
I would love to hear somebody question them and be like, what about like if you're not eating dinner? They would just short circuit. They would just...
Or have you ever heard someone say 2 glasses of red wine?
I have not.
They're like, no. They're like, what about 2 glasses? Like, fuck no. You get 1.
No.
Once you do 2, you're out of control.
See,
All of the health benefits go right off they throw it in reverse and back out of the door when you put in 2.
they're like, oh God, please tell me you haven't been doing that. They're like, 1 glass, it cures heart disease. 2 glasses, it causes heart disease.
Fuck! But keep going.
It won't get you drunk or impaired, but will get you a slightly nice feeling and ease any anxiety. Drinking a single glass on a date or at a party demonstrates that you have self-control.
I love the elegant one. I love that one so much more. Okay, wait, back up a little bit and keep going, because I got a little laughy.
Okay. Drinking a single glass on a date or at a party demonstrates that you have self-control.
It makes me giggle. Okay. Self-control.
Okay.
Okay.
We're not done yet. We're not done yet.
Wait, but I've got a point here. Who the fuck is at a party and he's examining me and talking to their wife? You go, oh, Mary, it looks like...
Chris.
Oh, Mary, it looks like old boy Ronny really has a lot of self-control. He's been nursing that glass of red all night.
I love to think there's a guy in the corner that's just like, my lady, have you seen Ronny over there? Like, that guy has been on 1 glass of red wine this entire night.
That old chap has got some serious self-control.
That young gentleman over there.
And I also love Chris because you can tell he was talking about smoking those filthy ciggies outside of a bar earlier. So I like to think we're taking it as a very elegant party. I like to think of him seeing me in like this happening bar, and I'm just like chilling out. Everyone's drinking a bunch of beer, taking shots, and I'm just walking around with my arms crossed. But I'm holding a wine glass.
That you've taken 1 sip out of.
And there's people just throwing a fucking rager, and they're like, Holy shit! Ronnie's got some fucking self-control over there. He has not looked anxious all night long. You can tell he likes to stay on one.
And then Chris ends it with, love the pod, hate the pedophiles. Which, much respect. And then he says, Chris Sim Pie, which I don't really respect, but...
Chris, brother, we love you to death.
We do.
I promise you, we're not trying to be dicks at you. This was all in fun. I love the email. You are so incredibly right that it would it would probably be such to my benefit if I could just enjoy a nice glass of red wine at dinner. But the point of it is, I just don't like it. Okay. What fun. We're having fun. Now, to continue this little segment of people kind of backhanding, slapping Ronnie around, could you go to Discord?
All right.
And our podcast feedback. I believe Miss Argentina also had
Now,
a little
is she
bit...
from Argentina?
Well, she's... I would hope so. Maybe she's just a big fan of it. But she also had kind of a nice... She was saying nice things about me, but I felt like she was kind of taking a shot.
All right, I'm here.
All right?
Which one do you want me to read? There's a couple.
There's the one about your living situation.
Okay. From Miss Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to do an Argentina accent, or do I just...
I think it's probably better if you don't. But
Okay.
actually, no. I would... Hey, go for it. Because guess what? It's not going to sound anything like an Argentinian accent. One, because I don't know what that is.
If I really think about it, I feel like I can drum it up.
If you can be easily offended by accents, this one's probably going to be offensive. So probably tune out now.
Since I'm assuming you're...
I was right.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm going. To be honest, I don't even... Do they speak Argentinese? What is their language?
Let's move on. Don't ask me questions I don't know how to answer.
You're right. I think they do just speak like Puerto
Spanish,
Rican,
right?
Spanish.
I think they just speak Spanish.
Okay. But she's typing perfect English. This is crazy. Since I'm assuming you are best friends.
It's not an anomaly. People can... It's not some... I mean, it's very impressive, but it's not some major feat. Like...
Yeah, well, she might have major feet. Since I'm assuming you're best friends, have you ever thought of living together?
Okay. Pause.
I know.
You want to...
Well, okay, here's the thing. I'm glad she included the word assuming.
Right.
Because, okay. Well, here's the thing. Is she assuming we tongue each other? This is what I'm trying to figure out here.
Because, in case it's up for debate, well, it's not up for debate, in case people are questioning, we don't.
We don't. So we're not best friends. Because,
All right.
Hey, you know what? We're above the age of 21.
Exactly. And have we shared some beds in our times? Yes. But back to the golden mark of 21, all of them have been below
21.
21.
And most of them below the age of 16.
I would agree.
Most.
Yep.
Some of them above the age of 18, but most of them below 16.
Yes.
And most of them we were fully clothed.
Well,
But anyways.
I wouldn't lie to the people.
Does Ronnie get a little jelly when Chad brings up his roommate and wishes that was him as Chad's roommate? At Ronnie, at Chad.
All right. Now, how do I word this in a way that
I would say a little jelly.
that doesn't make me sound jealous? How can I be as real as possible right now and not make people think, "Oh, he's jealous"? I'm caught in between a rock and a hard place because there's nothing I can say where someone's not going to go, "Oh, he's jealous." Here's the thing about Chad and I. We spend entirely too much time together as it is. If we lived together, we'd kill each other.
You probably summed it up pretty perfect there because we would have to go to work
We work 40-hour work weeks together.
where we, mind you, our desks are right next to each other,
Yep.
unfortunately. 2, we would have to come home and, cook each other dinner.
I mean, at this point, we would be cute. First of all, we would be cute like that. But at this point, we work close enough schedules that it would honestly be silly for us to not carpool most days.
Yeah. So we'd be riding together.
We would be riding in and to and from work together.
Oh my God, that'd be awful.
We would literally...
We would be podcast. First of all, we wouldn't have a podcast.
We would not have a podcast.
No.
So no, I'm glad
We'd have a cock past.
Especially since I enjoy hearing stories of your dumbass roommate Kyle.
Yep.
Because you guys get along pretty good, but there's still stories that I love to laugh at. As a matter of fact, let's get through this point, and then I've got to have you tell a story about your dumbass roommate Kyle.
But I think overall, what are some pros and cons for living with your best friend, and then she has a licky face?
Interesting choice of emoji.
Marco Stan loves that one. Okay, Marco, good to hear from you, girl.
And then someone else posted a little something below that too.
Shipping it from Catherine.
Yeah. All right. Everyone needs to calm down. Yeah. Calm down. Pros and cons. Well, I think we covered the cons pretty good. There is such a certain thing as being with someone too much at the time.
Listen, even if I liked you enough to tongue you, I would not want to spend that much time with you.
This is why I've even been getting some heat. I've been getting some heat from my controversial take of saying don't call your wife your best friend.
Oh, I mean, you could call her that.
And it's because my whole thing is, you got to be careful spending so much time. I'm not the person. When I have a wife, okay, there's no way I can do everything with my wife.
I agree.
My parents don't do everything together. My mom, she'll go play tennis. My dad, will go golf. They spend a large part of their day together, and they love to go out and they'll do stuff together, but they don't have to be with each other all the time. They'll go on week vacations without the other.
With the different spouses, right?
And I see too many couples that are just like, there's panic if one of them has to go away for a week. Or I know people who are like, oh, you can't play tennis. You played tennis yesterday. Or something like that.
No, I agree.
That's too much.
This is one thing I agree with you on.
Thank you.
And yeah, my parents have been separated for 12 years now, so it's...
So they're definitely not best friends. They do not spend a whole lot of time together anymore.
And here, okay, my roommate has probably the best gig you can get when it comes to having a significant other.
Okay, well, now this is just an equal of a controversial take, I'll say. Go ahead.
So they don't see each other throughout the week because they live 2 hours apart. And they see each other every weekend. He either drives there or she drives here. 2 hours, obviously. And
so, Chad, let's get this set in stone. Chaz's perfect world for a significant other is seeing them 2 days
out of a 7-day week, yes.
I would say I'm somewhere in between that.
Well, for now it would be. Until I put a ring on him.
Yeah.
Then, yeah. I don't want to see him that much. And because you know what I like to do? I like to go home. I like to make a peanut butter and honey sandwich.
Yeah.
I like to sit down, watch an anime. Lately I've been watching Cowboy Bebop, an original classic. And
now this is getting into the pros. While we kind of giggled at the idea of making dinner for each other, two best friends, why not? That's a lovely thing to do. Okay, right now, I've got to fend for myself every single night.
That is true.
You know how nice it would be if sometime I just had my best friend that I was living with, and they were like, oh, you know what? I'm making this. There's plenty for you. And then, what I've got to do right now, I watch everything alone. Travis, I live with Travis. He's not into the same things I am. We get along great as brothers. He doesn't care about the things I care about.
He's into chicks.
I don't care about...
dudes.
Calm down. I don't care about the things he cares about. If I had my best buddy and we could watch, some shows together, we could do some doodles together. We both love doodling.
Who?
Me and you.
Well, yeah, but then if you said that'd mean we're best buddies, and we'd have to be tonguing each other. So, I think you're forgetting the whole tonguing over 21.
Well, I was kind of going off her message.
I see what you
Let's
mean.
clear it. We're not best friends.
We're not. And here's the thing. With my roommate, we like a lot of the same things as well. We like anime. We like food, water,
Cuddling.
snuggling,
Smooches.
kisses upon kisses.
Oh, ripped him up.
But what was the story you wanted me to tell?
Well,
about?
that's a good story too. I wanted you to tell the Xbox story.
Oh, this guy.
That one is legendary.
So, have any of you ever heard of Offer Up?
Before, you guys want to know how he got the nickname your dumbass roommate Kyle? Here you go.
Yeah. Here's where it came from. So basically, we moved in a little over about a year ago. Moved in together. And I would say about a month passes. I would say a month. Because this guy, if he's not dumb enough, if you all know, that the new Xbox and the new PlayStation came out in November of last year.
November last year.
In September, he is looking for a used Xbox to buy.
Right. His Xbox kapluied.
It kapluied.
We're 2 months away from the launch of
We're
new
2 months away,
consoles.
and I think we were even closer than that.
And we were close. And at this time, keep in mind, we didn't know it was going to be so fucking hard to get one.
Yeah.
As it has turned out, it is.
Well, and then just for everyone to know, he now has a $2,000 PC, which close to it altogether. So none of it even mattered in the end. But let's get
so try and keep track of all this money going out the window in this story.
So he hit up a guy on OfferUp, which when you type in what is OfferUp, the first thing that comes up on Google is a scam app.
It says, warning, be very careful. 90% of it is scams. And you know how I could have told you that? Because I never heard of it, and it's called OfferUp.
So he finds a guy that has an Xbox, a used Xbox One for sale for about $200, which is, a decent deal because it came with like a controller.
Yeah.
And a game or something.
I mean, a new one's probably right now $300?
Yeah, a new
more?
one's probably around $300 at the time. It was probably around. So he's getting about $100 off a used one. Not a bad deal. You would find that in most places. I feel like on Facebook Marketplace, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways,
what you're saying, there's plenty of ways to go about trying to find
multiple ways
a $200 used Xbox One.
And if you want to be safe about it, a $220 to $250, you could easily find a safer option for $20 to $50 more.
With plenty of reviews.
Yeah.
Plenty of things saying, hey, this is safe. This is a straight up good deal.
So this guy says he's got one. And my buddy Kyle decides to message this guy and say, okay, can we meet up? I get off at 5 o'clock. Let's meet up at 5:30. This guy was about an hour away, so he's like, I'll drive 30 minutes, you drive 30, we'll meet halfway.
Fair.
Fair enough. This guy says, oh, can't do that. I really need gas money if I'm going to drive that far.
Okay, so 30 minutes. Let's break that down.
This guy drives a Honda.
Like
so,
maybe 1 gallon of gas.
Yeah. So maybe,
two gallons maybe round trip.
Throw this guy $5, for gas. Wouldn't you say that's fair?
Sure.
If you're being super generous, $10.
But this is where it comes in, right? I'll say, yeah, I'll give it to you when we get there.
Yeah.
But Kyle, what did Kyle do, Chaz?
Kyle instead opted in to Venmoing this guy $50. Okay?
I gotta be honest. I remember that he Venmo'd him. I did not remember it was 50 smackaroos.
50 smackaroos.
What a fucking dumbass.
This is how desperate this guy is to play Warzone when the new console's about to launch in a month or two.
It was 30 minutes away.
Yeah. When he could have waited 2 extra days for a safer option.
Hey.
But, dude, we haven't even mentioned the part where you were even willing to sell yours.
I have 2 Xbox Ones. I was prepared to sell mine for $150. It was just going to take a few more days to complete the transaction. Now, I would like to quickly touch on the $50 for 30 minutes worth of gas. I live 30 minutes from my place of employment. Round trip, that's an hour every single day. I refill my gas in my car for $25 every 2 weeks.
And I'm pretty sure the guy that was meeting him was like in the same car situation you had. It wasn't like he was driving a monster truck.
Now, clearly, I'm not driving a gas guzzler, but that should still.
So yeah, he ends up paying this guy. So whatever. He paid him $50. He's gonna meet him, right? He's totally gonna meet him.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
He's got plenty of gas.
All of a sudden, this guy blocks him on everything. And he just paid this guy $50 for nothing.
No, okay. But there's another part of the story.
What was the other part?
Doesn't a friend contact him?
Oh my god.
And ask for some of the money up front?
You're right. And I cannot believe I completely forgot about this. So what this guy's friend contacts him and says he's got to go to the hospital to see his mom. Oh my god, how did I forget this? I have got, first off, that is creepy.
That's crazy.
I have got to find these texts again. This is the dumbest shit anyone's ever fallen for. This is like okay, you know what this is like? When you're 14 years old and you first learn how to use the internet and communicate with people.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
You fall for something like this.
And you're like, wow, this single wants to send me free nude pics.
So yeah, exactly. And I'm pretty sure
what an offer.
He paid another $50 up front. So he essentially gave someone $100 and then they just blocked him on everything and never showed up. He just gave him a free $100 for an Xbox One. Okay, he was gonna have to pay $200 if this person was legit. That he could have waited 2 days on to get for $150
from me, but then still he went out, got another Xbox.
He did. Okay, so here's another thing. He contacted somebody legitly off Facebook Marketplace. He decided to switch his options there.
He's already done $100.
So this guy had the same deal, so $200, Xbox One. He paid this guy $200. I went with him because
at this point it's clear.
Yeah,
he needed backup.
He needed help. This guy was legit. He was just a normal dude. Gave him the Xbox. He gave him the $200, and they went on their way. And he played it for a total of 20 days before he bought a PC. Mind you, he's got 2 monitors, a PC, the newest graphic card you can get. He paid $2,000 for this.
Now, this was a long time ago. Let me try and remember. When he got the new one, didn't there end up being something going wrong with his controller? And he had to...
Oh my god.
Did he not have to buy... because the second guy, he didn't have a controller to give, right? He had to keep using his old one.
Yeah, he didn't have a controller to give. He went to GameStop and bought a used controller that had sticky buttons. It's like wait 3 fucking days, dude. My god.
He ended up paying close to $400. I would have given him my Xbox controller for $150. And if he had waited 20 days, he could have put forth that $400 to his $2,000 PC.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't even mention this. He bought that PC and then he ended up buying a scuff controller, which is $150 anyways. And I have not hounded him enough for how fucking stupid that is.
You really haven't. All right. We have one final piece of business to do. We have been teasing my friend Victor over these Truly rankings for a while now. I told you, Victor, we took this very, very seriously. One evening, Travis and Chad went out, purchased the new pack. What is the tropical pack?
The tropical pack, correct.
Victor wanted the rankings on these bad boys. All right. Here were the scores. Larson gave Barry Larson is Travis, by the way. I touched on that earlier. Story for another day. Berry 7.5, Tropical 6, Fruit Punch 9.5, Citrus 8. Okay.
Okay.
Now our boy Chatty over here, he gave Berry 8.5. Oh wait, he actually did a switcheroo on us. No. His scores that he sent me were way more confusing than Travis's were. He gave Berry 8.5, Tropical 7.5, Fruit Punch 8.5, and Citrus 6.5.
Yep.
So Fruit Punch was the big winner. Berry came in right behind it.
And that, in most flavors, I'm always like a berry type guy. I would say in most things, I always get berry.
You're a raspberry guy.
Yes.
Big on the raspberry.
Big raspberry guy. And wild berry, anything berry, I'm a big fan of. And Fruit Punch, I'm always like, that's usually my second favorite.
Now, which of those packs would you say is your favorite? They got a bunch of packs, right?
Honestly, the two Trulies that I would only get now are those tropical cans and the Truly lemonades, the black cans. Those are the only two that I really like.
Because which ones did you guys get the other time and you didn't like them so much?
God, I don't even remember what they were.
Was that
It was a Truly case, but it was something.
Was that a straight up berry pack?
Let me
Am I
look.
mistaken?
Or a citrus pack.
Was it a citrus pack? I can't remember. I obviously didn't have any. And then also, Victor, my friend, he slid into my DMs. I welcomed it. He was safe by a mile. He also wanted me to call Chad out for not interacting in his DMs.
Whoa.
What do you think about that? He said,
DM'd me?
He said something about, I can always trust Ronny to respond, but Chad, that bitch, he's trying to... He thinks you're only in there for the women and not the bros.
Whoa, holy shit, you're right. He sent me a long DM.
Wow,
I completely forgot to... I'm going to wave at him. It said wave at Victor. Do you know what that means? Look at this. It just said wave at him. I clicked wave. Look, here it is. Look at me.
It said wave and you didn't wave?
No, I clicked wave and it just gave this little guy.
Oh, just randomly tonight?
Yeah,
okay, so maybe you'll respond. Now you can tell him, hey, listen to the next podcast.
Yeah. Victor, I'm sorry, bro. I completely forgot to reply
I'm
to
looking
you.
at my message right now. He says, ask Chaz to do a segment on your next podcast about the new Truly ranking flavors, or Truly flavors rankings. I would chat him, but don't know if he checked it. Love Chaz, but I'm going to call him out on this one. Oh,
wow.
Get wrecked, Chaz. So that's just saying, if you guys need someone you can trust, a friend you can trust, just come on over to Ronny, guys, and I'll be there for you.
Well, if you're a chick, hit me up.
But no, that's lovely. That was very fun. Was there anything else we needed to talk about?
I think that's it.
Last one, all right? Our friend Coochie Mane, which still just an epic name. He says, hey, notice how you guys are bringing up work a lot, and that's because, Coochie Mane, it's been a bitch recently. He said, what's your biggest complaint about work or something that just gets under your skin every time you see it? Just really pisses you off. First of all, Chad's face.
That's not true, guys.
He's there, and it pisses me off.
Not true, but mine is definitely not Ronnie's face. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. It would be Ronnie's attitude. No, it would be another gentleman that we work with. His attitude, I would say.
Yeah, this guy, we'll call it what it is. He's got a little bit of an anger management issue.
Yeah. Over very stupid things that don't matter.
And he can be very condescending in a way. You see right through his bullshit. He tries to act one way.
Yeah.
You know what he actually means. Just kind of one of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he really grinds your... You guys have gotten into it a little bit before. Not, physically, but you shared some words.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind taking a crowbar and hitting him upside the leg.
Okay, yeah, that's certainly one way to handle situations. But it's pretty... When we got work stories, I feel like we share them, but overall, it's your typical work gripes.
Yeah.
Don't have enough
There's
workers.
always that one guy that's annoying.
Yeah, always got that one guy. Managers don't know what's going on.
It's
And
typical work.
Your boy Ronny and Chad, we're running the place over there. Mm-hmm. We're carrying it all on our shoulders. And are we getting financially compensated for it? No.
But we are on this podcast, and that's all that matters.
And that's why we will be financially compensated soon enough. We are blowing up by 5s and 10s at a time. It's really ridiculous how great this is going. But no, Coochie Man, hope your work's better. Thank you for everyone who sent in questions.
I know. Please send us more. We love to hear these questions, and we love to talk about them.
It was nice. And we'll talk with you next time. You can send those questions to us on Twitter at Podcast Chronic, through email, thepodcastchronicles@gmail.com, or on Discord. Join the Discord. Put it in the podcast feedback section. We'll see it. We'll give you a write down emoji. Hey. That means we saw it. We're going to acknowledge it eventually.
Rate us on iTunes. We would love to get a rating.
Do.
We haven't got a rating in a long time. We haven't had any bad ratings in a long time. If you don't like us and you're listening right now, which I don't know why you'd be listening an hour in to us if you don't like us.
But that's where we're at an advantage. If you're listening to us, that means you might perhaps like us. And we would love if you have we know not everyone listens on Apple Podcasts. You can't do it. If that's the case, it's fine. Thank you for listening. But just slide on over there, give us some stars, write a little message to us.
Or a haiku.
Chris, we love you. Thank you for that red wine suggestion. I'm gonna really consider that. And anything else you got, Chad?
I've been Chatty.
I've been Ronny. We will talk with you next time. Peace.